MrBeast has a spreadsheet with over 10,000 viral ideas, and the best part is...
at least like 500 I know would go ultra viral. Like super ultra viral video ideas that anyone could do and they would instantly go viral.
You're probably thinking, what's in this spreadsheet? Can I get it? Is Jimmy going to give it away? However, let's begin by talking about what MrBeast did that enabled him to constantly come up with viral ideas and become the biggest creator on YouTube. Here are the 3 main things he did to turn his brain into a viral video producing machine. Number 1. Obsess over the idea.
You gotta work smarter, not harder. I think for most smaller channels, if they're pulling 1,000 views a video and they upload a video every day for 100 days, they'll pull 100,000 views. I would recommend you just think of a really good idea, one that people genuinely want to watch, put a lot of time into the video, and you just make a kick-ass video and you can pull 100,000 views in a week. You could pull exponentially so many more views, you know, with so much less effort.
So once you start spending more time thinking about ideas, how do you know which idea is actually good? Well, you can ask your friends, but you have to choose your friends carefully. It's much easier to become successful in whatever you're doing if the people around you are as passionate and dedicated to their craft as much as you are. So how important are your friends in order to get viral ideas?
Beyond important. Like, imagine a world where it's just you working solo and you work 12 hours a day every day for like a year, and you're just grinding, you make a mistake, you learn from it, and you do that for like a year. And then imagine a different world where you have 4 friends who are also equally grinding in something similar. Friend number 1 makes a mistake on Friday. He teaches the other 4 people. Friend number 2 makes a mistake the next week, teaches everyone. You're all learning from each other's mistakes. You're all constantly studying 24/7 and downloading each other. After a year, you're like 2 years ahead of the guy who was just solo.
But having friends who are as passionate might not be enough. According to Jimmy, to be successful on YouTube, you need friends that will roast your ideas and tell you if your videos suck.
It's getting people with the right YouTuber friend group that aren't so we'll actually tell them when their content's bad and like actually roast it and help them get better in a nice positive way.
Finding the right people is easier said than done, and Jimmy himself used to struggle a lot.
Hey you, subscribe. The biggest struggle for most of my life has been finding people that are as passionate about YouTube as me. Just to be honest, when I was younger, I thought I was a massive weirdo. And like I was super shy, and a big part of why I was shy is because all I wanted to talk about and all I did talk about was YouTube. And people would all tell me all the time, they'd be like, you're too obsessed. They'd be like, there's things other than YouTube. And like a lot of people would just make fun of me because they were like, why the hell do you care so much about YouTube? It's weird because it's like when you're so hyper passionate about something and like no one around you is, you just feel like a giant outcast.
So let's assume you have surrounded yourself with people who are willing to obsess over the idea and are not afraid to call you out when your ideas suck. What do you do next? How do you make sure that you constantly come up with new viral ideas, or in YouTube terms, how do you stay relevant? We can never think of something brand new, but we can take something that exists and make it better. That's why it's important to never stop looking for inspiration. Whether you are going to watch a movie, take a pottery class, or go on a trip, the world is full of inspiration. So if you look around with the intent of being inspired, just about anything can get your creative juices flowing.
I work really well when I intake inspiration and I see what pops in my head. That's like the most effective way for me to come up with ideas. I just try different ways of intaking inspiration, whether it be like traveling, random words, flipping through a dictionary, things like that. And that's always, for me, been the way to like consistently come up with good ideas.
After you have your viral idea, it's time to turn it into a reality. But before you do that, there is one more thing you need to know. And according to MrBeast, this is the thing most creators are ignoring, but he is always doing it, and it enables him to create one viral hit after another.
A lot of people though, they underestimate effort in videos. They think things are a lot more basic than they are, but even if it's like halfway in a video, if there's just a 10-second clip that took you like 20 hours to film, like people recognize that. That is one thing that a lot of people undervalue. It's like viewers aren't stupid. They can tell you're putting in a lot of effort, and they're going to be more likely to click on future videos. That snowballs, and because once you build that trust, they get to a point where it doesn't matter what you upload. They just know it's high effort, and they just know it's great, and they're just conditioned just to watch because you have a good track record.
After all that, there is still one question unanswered. What is in that spreadsheet? This is something only MrBeast and his team knows. But what we know is that the viral video spreadsheet is the result of a decade of obsessing over YouTube. With But you don't need to struggle for a decade in order to be successful on YouTube. In fact, you can blow up with your first video just like Dream did. Watch this video to review Dream's YouTube master plan.